have to make do with what is there. Let's begin a conversation from the Women's Cricket Championship. Well, a conversation around it has been that of Akwa Ibom confirming a dominance over Nigeria's women's cricket. And it's a conversation, and Akademoko Frey joins a conversation this morning as we talk about it and see the direction that comes with this one, because it gets even more exciting and the popularity context that drives the conversation. And when you talk about this particular one, it's that story of class and quality and not giving up spirit, dominated in terms of cricket performance and package B, which took place at the MKO Abiola Stadium on Thursday as two South teams met a bold statement in it. We're talking about Edo State fighting their way back to top Group 2 after defeating Kogi with 6-1 runs, and the likes of Blessing at Dorset also showing class and dominance. Whichever David, let's begin a conversation here as Akademoko Frey joins the conversation. We've seen the performance of the championship now, and it gets even intensified and beautiful. We're talking about the beauty of it. But before you have a comment, Akademoko Frey, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Blyden and the crew. How are you today?
All right, it's so good to have you, Akademo. Yesterday we saw the games that took place, the three, when it has to do with the world of cricket, and interestingly today you're not at the field at the ovals. Are we on a bit of a holiday yet? Are you supposed to be looking forward to the semi-finals encounter? But big one now, you saw the games yesterday. Edo fighting back to get a victory over Kogi with 6-1 runs, and it's that conversation showing class and dominance in that. And for the games that could take place, we could talk about too. Yesterday we saw a battle of hostility between Akwa Ibom and Lagos. What really transpired in those ones?
Thank you, Blyden. Yesterday was filled with euphoria as the girls from the South dominate proceedings, as you've already said. It was excitement for Team Edo to go back to the top of Group 2, and it went a little bit easy for them, but that of Akwa Ibom was a little bit challenging because the Lagos, being a former hub of cricket, talking about the place that used to produce the back. But we saw Akwa Ibom humiliate them by restraining them from reaching even 60-point mark. That was a whooping thrashing, I would say, to Lagos. Despite having two of our girls extra hand in the team, but the home-based girls from Akwa Ibom dominated the game, making 99 runs, which for me, I was thinking, like other cricket followers, that this is a very small run target for Lagos. But coming into the second innings, which you may call second half in football, the turn for Lagos to pursue that target of 99 runs was not achievable because they were reduced to only playing 55 runs at the end of 15.3 overs. That was massive for Akwa Ibom State, I must say.
And so let's talk about straight to the semi-finals, what the expectations are now, because four semi-final teams now are Akwa Ibom, Kogi and Lagos State, while Gombe, Ekiti, Anambra and Kaduna out of the National Women's Cricket Competition. What are we expecting at the semi-finals and the schedules that comes with it?
Today is match-free day. Biden
well, difficulties getting making sense out of what Akademoko Frey is trying to tell us about. Definitely is talking about a match free day and possibilities that could come with it. We'll see if we can still reconnect with Akademoko Frey to give perspective about the games that will be taking place in the semi-finals. As whichever David we hear Edo, Akwa Ibom, Kogi and Lagos State, they make the semi-finals. So and definitely you want to talk about them best sides definitely that have qualified. You look at the possibilities of it. These 4 teams were already projected to qualify to this level, and they've made it to the level.
I think those are some of the serious states, particularly as it has to do with cricket right here in the shores of the country. Those are the fastest rising states, and I think I've always seen as surprising to us. Akwa Ibom have got some different cricket pitches where they get to train. Just a couple of times ago, we visited one primary school not just so far from us. And we saw the seriousness of cricket players, the youngsters trying to pick up, and of course trying to learn as well. And I feel same case could also be said for Edo. In the last 3 years, Edo have been able to stamp the authority, claiming the national sports venue for the last 3 years. So it certainly shows you the infrastructural development rather. Same could also be said for Lagos State as well. So I think in all of this, it signals that when you've got infrastructure, you could definitely have players do better and develop into a proper and of course official players and do quite well for their respective selves. So I think at the moment this also sends signals to other participating teams representing other zones that they have to do better in terms of infrastructure development to also help those lads prepare and of course also train better going forward. But I must commend the National Cricket Federation at this point. They have done better in trying to ensure that we've got cricket players scattered across different zones, and we're seeing it right here at the National Women's Championship.
Interesting features in the National Women's Champions League. We'll see if we can get reconnection with Kanemo Kufre to get a final perspective and final word from him regarding cricket competition that's taking place in Abuja in the women's category and the possibilities that come with it.